13 reservations which came on a discretionary price. So whatever we are selling on net, it's highly profitable. So we were not satisfied, and because in our industry nobody had done this kind of correlation before within Accor as well as other companies. So we couldn't talk
it as jelly or peanut butter, and social media would be bread, which hold it all together.
Quite an
And it's really depend on you, how would you garnish it. Because when people talk about social media, so it is already social. So now the three aspects of advertisement or marketing would be social, emotional and rational. So you cannot go rational with social, but always it can be emotional with social. Let me give you an example of when GST, because I am coming from an industry like it's completely B2B background, and like we always deal with B2B kind of thing. So after implementation of GST into Malaysia, Singapore and some other countries, when it was just word of mouth in India that GST is going to come in India, right? So we have started, like my colleague was talking about how the downloading of the white paper and all it works. So that time we have just simply started with the content, do you know about GST, what is GST and all. But we realized hardly it was 2 or 5 downloads in
He is signaling me from that corner, saying that you are already, time is up. Okay, so really great insights. So a couple of things I picked up from the discussion. So one is that emotions, for sure, they are definitely helping a lot. Now, how far will it be a negative emotion like fear, uncertainty or doubt? Because as we normally call them FUD, right? So do you raise that and you get more attention or engagement, or how much of it will be positive emotions? For example, joy, success, happiness, right? Now, when we, nevertheless, whatever the emotion be it, if there is some emotional quotient to what we are doing, I think it will drive a bit of, definitely a lot of engagement in the media. Now, that brings me to another thing. Emotion, when we talk about emotions, right, we see a lot of, I would not say biased, we get influenced by a lot of people who are celebrities, right, who are people like key opinion leaders or the KOLs, or we call them as influencers, right? So we look at them, we admire them, sometimes we take their words verbatim. And so I just wanted to understand from you, and also from everyone, that how important do you think can a celebrity endorsement make in your social media campaigns or strategies? We will make it quick.
I'm not a big fan for my business because I think memory is getting shorter and shorter, right? I don't know. There has to be more than a personality.
Just like to summarize a couple of things. So when we are talking about B2B marketing or B2C marketing, there is a new concept which is emerging. At the end of the day, you are trying to sell to some human being. So we call it human-to-human marketing. If we are sensitive enough and we start taking a look at what they actually want rather than what we have to sell, I think that will bring a different perspective. I was attending a webinar recently where Jessie Paul was the speaker in the webinar. She was saying that features, your product features, they tell, whereas the product benefits, they sell, right? So that's a very, very powerful statement. So rather than focusing on benefits, on the product features, we should start focusing on the benefits. That is where we are going to see a lot more results. And then just wanted to end with one other thing where there is a fine line of difference between listening and being relevant, and listening to what your customers tell, listening to what your customers are telling you, right? Now, when your customers are telling you, it is about a product feedback. It is about something which is very much related to you. But when you start looking at beyond those conversations and start listening to conversations where what are the customers telling, that is when you get the pulse of the market. That is when you can add in product innovation, like it was also already discussed. You can bring in product innovation, you can bring in innovation in terms of the channel. It can be VR, it is social media today. It can be VR tomorrow, it can be AR in future. I'm not sure, but what we are trying to say is, whatever be the channel, if we are listening to the customers enough, be it whatever channel, I think we will see a lot of response from our customers. Right? Thank you so much, Pam. It was great.